Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappingkatie.ctmh.com, and I have a one-page layout to share with you today using the January 2019 Stamp of the Month from Close to My Heart, as well as the Urban Paper Packet that Close to My Heart has revamped and brought back until the end of January 2019. So I loved Urban when it first came out, and I'm really loving the revamped version as well. So you get 6 sheets of B&T, they're double-sided, as well as a sticker sheet. I am deciding to use this particular pattern because of the zip strip at the bottom, as well as the paint splatters and kind of the grunge look. I've also pulled some coordinating cardstock so I can use for matting. The good thing about Close to My Heart is on the back of each zip strip, they kind of list the main color cardstocks that go with the paper packet. So I am using a sketch from Citrus Twist Kits. I'll link that down below in the description. And it's an 8.5 by 11 sketch, but I'm just going to make it a 12 by 12, but using pretty much the same exact sketch. So the square photo is matted pretty tightly, and then it's got a larger piece of cardstock or B&T that kind of the photo goes in front of. There are no sizes listed on the sketch, so I'm kind of winging it. But I've got the sapphire B&T, which probably is about 6 by 7, and then those square pieces of cardstock. So I pulled out the January Stamp of the Month, and this particular sentiment just fits our son so much. Kind heart, brave spirit. And I also want to put a heart right there by the kind. So I wanted to bring some red in. So I've pulled my Love of Color book from Close to My Heart to try to find what red would go perfectly. So everything is done by color. So we have sapphire, and it lists raspberry, but I wanted more of a true red. So peacock is also in the Urban Paper Packet, and peacock pairs really well with pomegranate. So I've pulled out my pomegranate ink pad, and I'm going to ink up that little bitty open heart and stamp that. Also, the good thing about that pomegranate ink is my glasses kind of have a red tint as well. And then I'm going to add the date kind of off to the right side of my photo and ink it up in pomegranate. So I'll have that visual triangle. So I'm going to create some other little torn pieces off underneath the sentiment. So I have cut a couple of pieces of 3.5. They're 3.5 inch tall. And then I'm just going to ink with my sponge dauber and toffee ink all around the edge to kind of add to that grunge look that Urban is so good at doing. So I've just trimmed off a little bit of that sapphire background and texture paper, and I think I'm ready to adhere everything down. So that piece gets centered, and I'm just using my T-ruler to do that. And then those pieces off to the left, I just want to make sure that you can't see any of that sapphire background and texture once my photo is put down. So I've also pulled my white foam alphabet to add my title. And then for all the stickers, I'm going to use just plain old wax paper. And I like to put them on wax paper because you can kind of play with the placement and see where you want them before you adhere them down. And once you're ready, they just peel off that wax paper so nicely and they get adhered down. So off camera here in just a second, I decided to stitch over my boy. And then I'm going to just kind of ravel the rest of that thread underneath that arrow sticker and then adhere everything down really good. I also wanted to bring some more stars in. So I have pulled out, it's actually Christmas veneer stars from Oh Dear. I found a couple of months ago in the online section of my website. So I've just added liquid glass to those to make sure they stick really well. And then decided to tear a piece at the top left of the layout to have some of that metal background and texture paper peeking through. And I'm also going to add some toffee ink and a sponge dauber right there as well. And so there you have it. A one-page layout came together pretty quickly, again, with the January 2019 Stamp of the Month. And then the Urban Paper Packet that Close to My Heart has brought back for the month of January or until supplies last. So I'll link everything down below. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. And as always, feel free to share this video and like it. Thanks, guys. You have a wonderful start to your 2020 year.